3 Colorado college fraternities have recently been shut down over some pretty serious violations. UNC in Greeley closed Sigma Chi and Delta Tau Delta over sexual misconduct and harassment violations. CU in Boulder, Sigma Pi was stripped of its chapter for allegations of drugging women. But there are many other fraternities and sororities that stay out of trouble. So tonight, Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski is going 360 on Greek life.
With several Colorado fraternities recently in the news for all the wrong reasons, we wanted to look at the pros and cons of joining a fraternity or a sorority. An Alpha Phi sorority member says her experience landed her a job after college. The president of Beta Theta Pi says not all frats are the same, while the woman in charge of Greek life believes they need to do a better job telling their story. And finally, 2 students not a part of Greek life. One who found you don't need it to make friends. The other who says the price of admission is just too high. Let's start with a fraternity president.
I was hazed and made fun of and belittled on my hockey team.
Scott Albertoni had hesitations about joining a fraternity.
And it was certainly an aspect that I worried about.
Now the president of CU's Beta Theta Pi fraternity. He says the experience has made him a better person.
My fraternity brothers have pushed me, they've challenged my ideas. We've had tough conversations about sexual assault.
About more than a brotherhood. Scott says hazing isn't a part of joining any frat at CU, an old culture, not totally gone on other campuses. He wants to see changed.
Building men up rather than tearing them down to become a brother. So that's really what it's about, and that's what we need to move to.
Alpha Phi sorority member Sierra Hubbard wasn't sure about rushing either, but says going Greek gave her lifelong friends and an opportunity to gain leadership skills as the director of Greek relations on campus. Skills she says helped her land a job.
That tremendously helped me sell myself in that interview, and then from my internship I got the job.
Let's now shift our focus outside Greek life.
I don't really need a fraternity or sorority to be happy here. I know it has a bad rep here at CU.
CU junior David Broughton is making his own story at CU and says he didn't need to join a frat to make friends.
I met a host of wonderful people.
It's not really my personality, it's not really my thing. I can find friends other ways.
Sophomore Anna East isn't a sorority girl for a lot of reasons, but the main reason comes down to cost.
I just don't really want to pay that much money for being in another dorm.
Which brings us to the other perspective we can't ignore. Is there a party scene culture of mistreating women at fraternities? Bad behavior, which led to those 3 Colorado fraternities being shut down. Some argue, yes.
Sometimes they kind of take it a little bit overboard, with their hazing and all that, and the way that, they talk to females.
So I think the biggest misconception is that we're all about the party. I think the party is a part of it.
While Stephanie Baldwin, the assistant director for Greek life at CU, says their #1 goal
is to build better people, and that's the expectation.
But she says misconceptions and a few bad actors often overshadow the positive sides of Greek life.
On this campus, I think collectively we've raised over $250,000 in a couple of years just for various philanthropies.
One misstep and you're back to square one.
In Boulder, Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.